Hace 400 años.
For 400 years, I have been with you. For 400 years, I have remained for you unchanged. Have confidence. I am interceding. I am mediating. Trust in me.
Outside the walls of its temples, the Cuban Church has had very few opportunities to express its faith in the last 60 years. Communication opportunities have been minimal. Without doubt, the preparations of the first centennial of the discovery of the image of the Virgen de la Caridad del Cobre, Our Lady of Charity of El Cobre, which will be celebrated in September 2012, is the most important ecclesial event since the beginning of the Revolution, second only to the visit of Pope John Paul II in 1998. The small statue was found floating on the sea by two Indians and a black slave, who went to fetch salt in the Bay of Nipe. The image was later brought to the village of El Cobre near Santiago. From there, the devotion spread rapidly throughout the island. The celebration of 4 centuries of Mary's presence on the island was prepared with a 3-year pastoral plan, divided into 3 stages. The first year was dedicated to raising the awareness of the baptized of their missionary vocation. The second, to reach those people closest to the church. And the final and third year is intended to reach out to everyone in the country with a pilgrimage of the Virgen Mambisa, as Our Lady of Charity of El Cobre is also called throughout Cuba.
Va a ser un año y medio de peregrinación de la Virgen.
It will be a 1.5 long pilgrimage of the Virgin, a 1.5 of our mission so that all our people, through Mary, may encounter Jesus, which is our central goal, that the Blessed Virgin Mary may lead us to Jesus. And for us, this is clear. The great missionary pastors that we've had have taught us. Our Lady of Charity is the one who opens our hearts and our homes to Jesus Christ. That is what they taught us from their experience, but we see this happen every day with our people.
Already in 1951 and 1952, a pilgrimage to Our Lady of Charity around the island took place to celebrate 50 years of Cuban independence and the establishment of the Republic. Back then, the statue visited 600 places. This time, about 2,000 locations will witness the encounters between the Cuban people and the pilgrim image of Our Lady.
Al principio lo tomé como una tarea, ¿no?
Well, at first, I took it simply as a task that I had been assigned, which of course required organization, logistics, and preparation. And then the pilgrimage finally started. Then I realized that it was something entirely different. When I began to see what people felt as Our Lady approached. We could experience the joy of our people before the image, how they revered it, placing everything at her feet, petitions, prayers, and to thank her for all the good she has done for our country.
One cannot speak of devotion to Our Lady of Charity without talking about the shrine located 15 kilometers from Santiago. Throughout the year, But especially around her feast day on September the 8th, for thousands of faithful, El Cobre is the destination of pilgrimages and the fulfillment of promises made.
Tengo que decir que es la primera vez que vengo.
I have to say it's my first time here, and I'm pretty exhausted. But, well, the idea is to visit the one who is our mother, and is also a symbol of what we Cubans are. Then I put my tiredness in her hands, and come to tell you that I love and I congratulate her, because today is her day.
Y que bueno, la felicito porque hoy es su día.
We have come on pilgrimage to the house of the mother of all Cubans. Like every year, it has been a new experience. Very nice. In my point of view, it is interesting to see how, despite everything, people still express their devotion and love for our mother. The trip is very much worthwhile despite the fatigue and whatever else. For Cachita, anything is worth it.
I have asked her and thanked her. As I told you, I was seriously ill on 2 occasions, and both times I was saved, and only because I asked her with all my heart. Last night it was raining severely, and people said, "You can't get wet." And I said, "Why not? This water is blessed." And look at me this morning. For Cubans, this is the best there is. They come from all over to see Our Lady, from all the countries. He who hasn't come to El Cobre has not come to Cuba. It's the greatest thing that Cuba has.
Vengo aquí de niño, ¿no? Y para mí es
I came here since I was a child, and for me, to be in the chapel of Our Lady is like a moment in paradise. A place where you know God and Mary are present. It's like finding a piece of heaven. This is my house. This is the home of the Virgin Mary, and I'm very devoted to her.
As the flow of pilgrims to El Cobre has not declined since the construction of the first temple in the 17th century, it is expected that in 2012, the number of people visiting Cachita, an affectionate name for charity, will be simply immense.
Sometimes people only have the opportunity to come, pray, give their offering and leave. We would like to offer the necessary pastoral room for them, to learn more about the Word of God, to know who the Blessed Virgin Mary is, to discover that Our Lady of Charity is the Mother of Jesus, that Our Lady of Charity is part of our history, and that she has something to say to us in Cuba today. For this, we first need to repair the shrine, which hasn't happened in a long time. And we would also like to enlarge it. The same can be said about the other parts of the building, which are old and have to be adapted to the needs of the current times. So we ask the help of Catholics all over the world that would like to help us through different charitable organizations, such as Aid to the Church in Need. We are launching a campaign called El Cobre Sanctuary is the home of all, every Cuban, 1 peso. If our ancestors did it yesterday, today it is up to us.
When I arrived in Cuba, I thought that there was no faith here. And on that first September 8th in 1997, I was in awe to see how all these people were in commotion, because they truly love Mary, each one with whatever may be in his head, but with true love for Mary as the Mother of God, and firm belief that she has performed many miracles. Of course, a more enlightened faith will know that God works these miracles through Mary, that the important thing is that God has come through Mary to these people and has kept them in the faith.
¿Qué nos trae a nosotros la Virgen?
What does the Virgin bring us? Our people are like Elizabeth, worn out by the years. But what does she bring us? She brings us blessings. She brings a message of hope. She brings confidence. She brings unity.
The anniversary of the discovery will pass, as all years do, but the motto that has guided this celebration, "To Jesus through Mary, charity unites us," will remain a guide to the Church in Cuba on her journey.
Tú eres entre todas las mujeres, bendito es el fruto de tu vientre, Jesús, de tu vientre, Jesús.